Can Zoro take Luffy's pain in every arc? We're going to go through some of the arcs where that it may be possible to where he couldn't have taken his pain, right? So there's two things you really got to consider, right? You got to consider the amount of damage Zoro took at the end of the arc. You got to consider the amount of damage Luffy took, what was going through by the end of the arc. So, with that being said, I think the first arc, if we're going like just straight through the story in order type shit, would be Baratie, because Luffy took a little bit of damage and Zoro had gotten cut by Mihawk. Everything else, Zoro would have survived Luffy's pain. Everything else prior to that, Zoro would have survived Luffy's pain. There's no question about that. Neither of them was put through too much. But this is like the first arc where one of them was really put through a lot. But I think that Zoro would live through Luffy's pain and Baratie, just because if you look over in the next arc, he was taking hits from the I forgot his name. He literally comes back later in the story. Either way, he was fighting a sword style and he eventually won, but he was still taking damage along with the wound that he had previously taken without it even recovering in the slightest. Even Arlong was like, damn, he survived this type shit. Like, he's fighting through this. So yeah, I think he would have survived Baratie, Luffy's pain. And with Arlong Park, I think it's 50-50 because Zoro, with the damage he had took fighting, God, I'm mad I don't remember his name. I don't feel like looking it up right now either. But bro, taking his damage and the wound Mihawk had gave him, he's going through all that and then taking Luffy's pain. He's taking Luffy's pain, but Luffy's pain is like very minimal. So it's not really, it's kind of hard to decide, for me at least, if Luffy is or if Zoro is surviving Luffy's pain. So it's 50-50. It's up to y'all, really, because if Zoro survives it, he survives it. If Zoro can't, he can't. Because it's a difficult decision, because it's minimal damage, but Zoro just went through, so he had taken so much damage up to this. So, yeah, Luffy was only really bit a couple times. If Luffy wasn't fucking around, he would have beat Arlong a lot sooner, but still, Luffy still took damage in the first place. So, alright, so we go in between Alabasta. We go to Alabasta because all the stuff in between, Zoro's taking that, neither of them took too much damage. But this is the next arc where, like, they both have took a lot of damage, especially Zoro. Because that's what we gotta look at, Zoro's damage, and then we take a look at what Luffy took. So, you have Luffy going through the poison and shit, although he was cured, and all the damage Crocodile had did to him. And then the damage Bones did to Zoro. Zoro had barely won that fight. Let's keep it real. Zoro only got like one slice off too, one clean hit and one. That's the crazy thing about it. Once Zoro got that cut in, it was over. But Zoro was taking it a lot of damage, and I just don't think he would be able to take on Luffy's damage too, and his exhaustion and all that. I think Zoro would have died if he had to take it here in Alabasta. Alright, so after Alabasta, the next arc I could think of would probably be Skypiea, right? And I think Zoro's living that. Luffy ain't take too much damage. Zoro, yes, Enel defeated Zoro, but like, I think Zoro's chilling. I think Zoro's chilling. Luffy ain't get damaged too much in Skypiea. Alright, so the last arc pre-time skip, because Impel Down, obviously we know what happened in Thriller Bark. He obviously lived it. Impel Down, Marineford, Zoro was fully healthy. I mean, I guess at Marineford, he probably wouldn't have survived, like, the whole being punched through Luffy's set, but we're not going to talk about that. The last one is Water 7 in Enies Lobby, the last real one to talk about pre-time skip. And I don't think a fully healthy Zoro could have taken Luffy's pain in this arc. My friend might disagree with me on this, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Because, bro, y'all know that little, like, bouncer shit? I'll play a clip in it if... This bouncy shit right here is the damage done. Like, this is Gear Second pretty much. What it did to Luffy. And Luffy used Gear Second a lot more than in any zombie than he did in Thriller Bark. Luffy also had gone down like fucking twice in against Lucy. Pretty much because when he went down against Usopp, honestly, once he goes down and Usopp starts calling for him to get back up type shit, that's probably at most the most amount of damage a fully healthy Zoro could take at this point in time. But even then, I think that's a toss-up. I don't even know if I think Zoro would have survived up to that point. But once Luffy gets back up, says he's not turning Gear Second off, after that point, every damage Luffy takes after that, a fully healthy Zoro at this point is not taking that amount of damage that Luffy had took up at that point. I'm sorry. Especially the hit he takes. And then when he starts stumbling, no, Zoro's not surviving at the end of Enies Lobby after taking damage from Kaku as well. No, it's not happening. Again, even a fully healthy Zoro at this point, I don't think would survive this. Luffy was pushed to his fucking brink. Like, that was his limit. He pretty much lost twice. He should have been lost that fight. Once he went down the first time before Usopp started calling his name, he should have lost. He should have lost, but he didn't. You know? He didn't. And he got back up. He went into Gear Second. And then he continued fighting. Took more damage from Lucci. And yeah, Zoro's not surviving that at the end of the day. He just wouldn't have survived Luffy's pain at this point. Luffy couldn't even move after the fight, honestly. He couldn't even move to go fucking get on the ship, bro. The Going Merry that came to save him. He couldn't even move to go down there. Robin had to move him. Luffy was at his limit. And yes, Zoro could endure a lot of pain, but I don't think he could endure the pain Luffy could endure. And Luffy was at his limit against Lucci at this point. Now, if we go to the pretty much every arc after this, after time skip, like Zoro's taking it, except Wano. Wano is absolutely the fuck not. Zoro would die. The amount of damage Zoro received in Wano himself, no. He wouldn't take not one more hit from Kaido, bro. He would not have. After his fight with King, first of all, he was just bandaged the fuck up. He was already at his limit. And then he was seeing the Grim fucking Reaper, bro. He would not have taken Luffy's damage, Luffy's pain at the end of Wano. He would not have. He would not have. And that's okay. And if you think Zoro would have survived the amount of pain from that Luffy has received from Wano, you're biased. Same with Enies Lobby, honestly. You're biased at yourself. Like and subscribe if y'all feel like it. Peace out.